Charleston, Ill, January 17, Morant. Photo by Michael Hickey, Getty Images. Before we know it, the 2019 NBA Draft will have arrived and the Chicago Bulls will have to decide what to do with its likely lottery selection in the first round. Point guard is one of the biggest areas of positional need for the Chicago Bulls come this summer. In this list, we're not including the 3 most likely point guards for the Chicago Bulls to select. We're taking a deeper dive into the 3 point guards that are the best and most potent talents and who would be the best fits with what the Bulls are looking to do. If the front office for the Chicago Bulls can figure out the ultimate direction for this franchise moving forward, then the idea of who should be the future at the point guard spot can emerge. For now, the answer for the Bulls at the point guard spot seems to be the third-year defensive standout and former Minnesota Timberwolves top 5 draft selection Kris Dunn. Although Dunn isn't the ultimate answer for the Chicago Bulls at point guard for the future, he does still have a lot of room left before he reaches his ceiling. Dunn is an interesting case since trading him could bring in a good return, but a lot of fans are in favor of bringing him back this offseason and waiting for him to develop. Here's a look at the 3 best point guard prospects for the Chicago Bulls to look into for the 2019 NBA Draft in the first round. Page 2. Use your arrows to browse Los Angeles, California. In November 11, Vanderbilt guard Darius Garland, 10, brings the ball up the court during a college basketball game between the Vanderbilt Commodores and the USC Trojans on November 11, 2018, at the Galen Center in Los Angeles, California. Photo by Brian Rothmuller, Icon SportsWire via Getty Images. 3 Darius Garland, point guard freshman among all the point guards in the nation in the world of college hoops that could have emerged as potential top 10 prospects. The Vanderbilt Commodores freshman star Darius Garland fits among the more surprising of the bunch. This 6'2" and 180-pound first-year star is a solid two-way player that has a good wingspan, which creates a lot of his appeal as an NBA prospect. Garland was a composite 5-star prospect from the 2018 Vanderbilt basketball recruiting class as the nation's No. 14 overall recruit, but Vanderbilt doesn't tend to produce many one-and-done players. He is one of the most highly touted recruits that the program has ever landed since recruiting rankings even came about. What Garland could bring to the table for the Chicago Bulls individually is a versatile skill set that fits well with the style of play with both this team and the NBA in general at this moment. He's a very solid shooter with a great range and a standout ability to create his own looks. Garland has the quickness and athleticism to slash through and drive the lane. He can also create his own effective looks from 3-point range as he's hitting more than 47% of his looks from there. The woes that the Bulls have at times with the backcourt's outside shooting could be immediately remedied by adding a player like Garland to the mix. He's a good scorer, but doesn't have to be the most ball-dominant player in the world. If the Bulls get an unlucky draw and pick at the middle or bottom of the lottery, Garland is a good prospect to look into. Use your arrows to browse.